Let me tell you something about this episode of Raw. It is good. So good. Drunkness. So much drunkenness. I can walk in a straight line. I never learned how. I'm really not drunk. It's a play on something that happened in the show. If you watch the show, you'd understand. He is Sakamoto, and I am Lord Tensai. What? This is April 23rd, 2012, Monday Night Raw review. 3 hours long from Detroit, Michigan. He wasn't here, so he's going to meditate till I'm done with the first segment that he missed. Teddy Long comes out and announces it's the contract signing. John Cena comes out. He's all happy-go-lucky. He's, I'm having a great time. And then Brock Lesnar, not there yet. John Laurinaitis comes out and says, Brock's not here, so tell Cena to get out of my ring. We'll do it when Brock gets here on his terms. On this day, Edge's music hit. Edge runs out and he says, I'm freaking out. I'm Edge. He's like, I'm not supposed to be here tonight. I don't even have a contract in a few days. And I don't want to talk to this Cena. This Cena is a wuss. I want to talk to the old John Cena. The one that kicked the crap out of me and all this stuff. And he says, it's a slap in the face how you're acting to the guys like me and you, who this is all we want to do, even though Cena was trying to be a bodybuilder, it didn't work. And guys like that, you think Brock Lesnar cares about this? He doesn't care about any of this or any of the people. I'm not asking you to beat Brock Lesnar. I'm telling you to beat Brock Lesnar. And then Edge leaves. And John Cena just stands there and says, okay then. And then we get first match of the night, Chris Jericho versus Kofi Kingston. And then Jake got here because he was late.
Yo, meditation when your face itches is the worst feeling.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Talk about Jericho Kofi.
So, Jericho Kofi starts off good pace, good action, a lot of good moves. Seen this match a couple, every now and again. Seems like there's a lot of trust there because Kofi's going for some crazy stuff. And then Jericho wins via Lion Tamer.
My knee's in your head.
And then he cut a promo.
He did.
About how he says he will win. And he said he brought Punk a gift tonight.
What was that gift? We'll find out later.
Yep.
We get John Laurinaitis backstage with Eve. Talks about her getting a job. She accepts. That's literally all that happened.
But really, it was so much more. It was all a big euphemism for her about to suck his dick.
It was bad news. CM Punk, I don't salute anybody touching John Laurinaitis. He is the king, and I like to picture him as a clean human being that wouldn't give in to such nonsense.
I'd smash Eve.
I think we all would. Anyways, CM Punk backstage shows Jericho's gift basket. It was a liquor basket. And he gives it to Josh. But he keeps one bottle of Jack Daniels. Tune in about 6 minutes.
Yep.
And then we get your favorite match on this card. R-Truth versus Lord Tensai in a 25-minute thriller, right?
No.
Oh, what happened?
Started my stopwatch.
Okay.
Forgot to stop my stopwatch.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Okay.
Still the end of the day. Lord Tensai squashed R-Truth.
With the green.
Yeah. And he said,
oh, Kane's finisher.
It wasn't even on his mouth. It was on his eyes.
He pinned him like that. He said, on my face in your
mandible
forehead.
claw.
He hit him with it. Lord Tensai wins. We were all showed our shocked faces. Huh? And then we get Kane coming out. Oh boy. Kane comes out to cut a promo and he talks about he found Orton's weakness. His family, he cares too much. But backstage, Randy Orton says, hey Kane, look at this guy. That's Paul Bearer tied up in a wheelchair and he sticks him in the freezer. Let me repeat that. Randy Orton has Paul Bearer tied up in a wheelchair and shoves him in the freezer.
Heel move.
Kane says this. I don't care. Orton says this. Really. He comes out and beats up on Kane. Kane runs out through the crowd. Kane basically says he has no remorse for Paul Bearer because he's a monster, so he does not care that he's freezing his father.
Paul Bearer is not his father. First off, he killed his father. Second off, Paul Bearer is not his father. Third off, he said the devil is his father.
Yeah. Randy Orton versus the devil, WrestleMania 29, to battle for Kane's soul.
Oh, Jesus.
We're not going to get to WrestleMania 29 if you believe the Mayan, which was an old restaurant here, actually.
That was a really good restaurant, actually.
And it ended it's closed down now, so I don't see any reason for the world to keep going, to be honest.
And next.
Alex.
Oh, snap. We got it. Did we help with the movement? Yes, we did.
No, we didn't. You're never here to make videos.
Yeah, that's true.
I tweet about it.
Yeah, that's the movement we were getting down. Push Alex Briley got him on TV.
Good job, OTRS.
Saying that he saw Punk drinking.
He goes, Jericho, I just saw Punk drinking a second ago. And Jericho goes, what? And they go and creep on him. Punk's on the phone. He's looking in. He looks back. Looks back. Like an 80s mystery cartoon.
Yep.
Which made it so awesome. So, and then that's the end of that segment. And then we get our first of many tag team matches. Sorry, there's a lot of notes to write down. Let me scroll all the way. Oh my gosh, there we go. We got the first one, the team of Del Rio and Rhodes take on the ginormous team of who?
Khali and Wade.
Here's the Big Show. Cody Rhodes versus Big Show gets announced for Extreme Rules. No stipulation as of yet. This match, the Big Show was in. So generally I didn't care. Second in line, Great Khali was in this match. So had I cared before, I wouldn't have cared. Cody Rhodes in this match, which brought it up, but not enough to make up for both those idiots, so I didn't care about this. Chokeslam for the win. Del Rio dipped out. Cody Rhodes gets chokeslam and pinned days before their Extreme Rules match.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to see if Cody Rhodes can mount that comeback, though. And then we get Miz versus Santino will be the United States title match on the pre-show of Extreme Rules. So tune into YouTube.
I'm already yawning.
Think about that.
Maybe they dropped the belt.
I hope so, because Miz needs to do something.com.
And that'd be a good way to make people actually care about it.
Yeah, exactly. Make the pre-shows look like they're important.
Yeah, but again, they haven't shown the Miz on TV for a month.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. And then
this is when Jericho goes back and talks to Teddy and Giant, talking about how he should be stripped of the title.
Yeah.
Because he's drinking, and Eve points out that there's a rule that says you are not allowed to drink or consume alcohol within whatever
12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours of an event. So by rule, he could strip him of the title.
Let me get a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Let him know.
Stone Cold Steve Austin says, oh, hell yeah. He doesn't give a shit. He does not care. Here's what I say to this segment. Anyways, that's what happens. And basically they say, so if he fails a sobriety test, he can be stripped of the title.
A field sobriety test. Not a breathalyzer, but a field sobriety test.
But he had to actually do some stuff.
Yep. Ooh, can I talk about the next one?
Brock Lesnar backstage.
Never mind.
No, exactly. Brock Lesnar backstage, walking into the arena because he showed up now. Josh Matthews saying, where were you? And he says, bah! Oh, no. He says, if you were to lose to John Cena, will you still be the face of the WWE? And he shoves up against The Rock's tattoo. And he says, nothing. He says, I'm just kidding. He lets him go. And Josh Matthews, in one of the greatest sell jobs of all time, says, just trying to do my job. Ah! Throws him. Brock Lesnar says, you're on the ground now. And apparently that fall was a lot worse than it looked because he got stretchered away.
Yes, it was.
Hashtag Brock Lesnar pushes hard.
Yes, he does.
Moving on to the next. Divas Championship match. Nikki Bella versus Beth Phoenix.
So, Eve fucks everything up. Turns it into a lumberjill match. So they can't do twin magic. What I came to see tonight. So I think, well, okay. Well, Bree's my second favorite Bella, so maybe she'll win. Yeah, right. As WrestleMania and 11 through 15. Get this. Beth messes up her shit. Either knee, tibia, ankle. I have no idea. End of the day, though, Nikki Bella via roll-up gets the belt.
Not even Brie.
For the Bellas.
Not even Brie.
No one would know the difference if they were to say Brie won it. Or to say, oh, it was actually Brie pretending to be Nikki. Because nobody can tell apart.
It'd be the most elaborate twin magic of all time.
We thought it was Nikki, but it was really Brie. Ooh, twin magic.
Twin magic works best when we don't see it in action. They could have been pulling an elaborate. Stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say.
Breaking news right now.
That's all I'm going to say is stay tuned.
Maybe them saying, oh, the Bellas were going to leave was a ploy to where we thought, oh, there's no way they're just gonna squash. And then now they got the belts, and they're about to start a longest run as the duo holding one belt ever.
And because
They're gonna use the Freebird rule.
they're not going to be, they can't hold longer than Lay Cool. Lay Cool held the belt together.
That's true. They're gonna use the Freebird rule as well, and it's gonna be the Bellas, whatever one decides they want to fight that day.
I say this every single time a new person wins the title, and this time it fits more than ever. Nikki Bella's the champion. Summer of Nikki Bella. Nikki's leaving with the Divas Championship. Book it. I say that every time someone wins a title, but this time it actually makes sense.
I'm leaving
With the Divas title, and everyone goes, "Take it, take it, take it!" And then the biggest pop of Divas history is when they say there's no more Divas division.
Oh jeez. Oh,
oh my gosh. Okay. Backstage, Teddy goes to inform CM Punk that he needs to come out for a test. And Punk's just falling. Hey, let me tell you something. He's just smacking stuff around. That was hilarious, but then we actually get to the part. Come back from commercial. Teddy Long says Punk has to do the test. There's cops with him. Jericho comes out and says, oh, we have to make sure you do this right. And Punk's music hits. And he comes out walking around, tripping every so often. He says, I want to show the whole WWF universe. He edits out. This segment was the funniest thing I can remember in a long time. Because he played a drunk so
since
well.
The Miz Christmas Story.
Oh my gosh, probably.
Not since the Miz Christmas Story has a segment had our attention.
Seriously.
So much.
Oh my gosh. Remember when the Miz called out all the ghosts and it was A-Rod with a tooth thing on, Michael Cole came out, and Punk was on commentary. That's why it was incredible. But he has to recite the alphabet backwards, and he says such great quotes as, who in the history of the alphabet can ever say it backwards? That doesn't even make sense.
Nobody can do that drunk or sober.
So he can't do that. And they have to make him walk in a straight line. He's like, if I was on the side row, you stop talking. Jericho's distracting me.
And he said, hey, what movie is this from? Karate Kid.
It was hilarious. And then finally he does it, he can't do it. So they get the title stripped from him, and he says, give me one more chance. One more chance. And then he says the alphabet correctly backwards, except for S and T, but that wasn't planned. Hey, S and T get messed up. And then he walks the line straight, and then does a moonwalk backwards, and quotes that was the worst moonwalk of all time. He does the Ric Flair, says, woo! So, and then he attacks Jericho, beats him down, gets the belt back, and chases Jericho off, and stands triumphant with his title high above his shoulders. Just one shoulder. And that's the end of that segment. Sheamus versus Mark Henry. Sounds kind of boring, right? False. Who is the referee?
Your boy D. Bryan.
And why is this hilarious? Because if Sheamus touches a referee, he is fired, making this so much hilarity.
Yes.
Talk about this.
Yes. Daniel Bryan makes physical contact with Sheamus. He's like, hit me.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me right here. Hit me with your best shot. And then Sheamus gets hit with a clothesline by Mark Henry. Everybody gets a quick 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
And says, yes.
He dips out of there.
Yeah.
And then Sheamus goes after and chases him. But Daniel Bryan counters. He gets in the ring and gets knocked down by Mark Henry, kicks him in the face, and puts the yes lock on and says, yes! But does Sheamus tap out?
No.
Because you can't have that.
Babyface don't tap.
Sheamus wouldn't tap, so Daniel Bryan just lets him go and leaves, saying, yes!
What happened to snap or tap?
Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Snap or tap, remember?
Didn't happen.
We all remember.
We all
heard
heard
his little slogan for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner everyone taps with his old fucking t-shirt before they got the yes one.
But they forgot all about it. Yes! Anyways, that's the end of that. So I'm sure they'll have something on SmackDown. So look forward to that. Matt Stryker, the world's heavyweight champion of commentators, talks to the world's heavyweight champion. And he basically just says, Sheamus says he's like a little snake. We all know what the snake. That's not even close to an Irish accent. Whatever. Talks about how the snakes got ran out of Ireland, all that stupid crap.
Well, listen here, fella.
That's close. That's closer.
Back in the homeland of Ireland, there was these snakes, and there was all these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
And we couldn't.
And I was so tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
But there was no plane, thus confirming the inception of the entire situation.
Samuel L. Jackson.
It's my beer.
CM Drunk will get you drunk on Samuel L. Jackson.
We need that promo next week. And then we get the tag champs, Primo and Epico against Ryder and Santino. And pretty much the Cobra ends up winning this. That's all you need.
That's all you need to know.
Springboard. Ooh. And we're back. Oh my gosh. And then the most logical segment we had. Kane backstage goes to the freezer and he says, looking around, looking. Opens the freezer and says, come on, Paul. And Paul Bearer says, oh, you're saving me, Kane.
Thank you, Sheamus, for saving me.
And he goes, I'm saving you from myself. And he throws him back in the freezer. Right. What? Anyways, this was saved when Primo and Epico were caught talking to Abraham Saddam Washington. Hey, he said this. Hey, you're the tag champs, right? How come your entrance during a commercial? And I said, I know.
How come you guys always lose?
I know. So he gives vaginal ring. So he gives him, I'm just saying what's on the TV. And he gives him his business card, and that's all. We'll see what happens there. Probably nothing, because it makes too much sense to have him with anybody. And then we get another tag team match. Anybody that tells you Teddy Long's not in charge was proven devastatingly wrong tonight. Brodus Clay and Hornswoggle, right, versus Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger, right. Vicky ends up getting them disqualified, right. Hornswoggle bites the booty.
He about to get.
He's a microsaurus.
What Lil Wayne say? John did that pussy, so I slammed him. But
that's what he did.
He ate the booty hole.
He said,
you don't eat the booty hole.
No, especially not when you're Hornswoggle and it's Vicky Guerrero. But hashtag
Swaggle Swagger.
Yeah. Hashtag I wish Off the Rope Show would save Dolph Ziggler, but they don't like him enough to do that. Hashtag push him better than this.
Nah.
But they don't like him, which is stupid.
I wonder why, because we like him.
That's true, and we are smart.
We like Seth Rollins, so that way they don't like Seth Rollins.
That's true, that makes sense.
We like CM Punk, so people don't like CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, because people have this great idea they gotta be different.
Me and it's like that. I do like The Rock, though.
Yeah. Me and Mr. Rout really do like comic books. Yeah, I'm not a comic book guy.
I don't think I've ever seen you read a comic book.
I don't think I own a whole lot. I used to read them back in the day.
That happens.
Everyone knows comic books when they're 6.
That's true. I read Pokemon, the comic. Ooh. Contract signing time. Lesnar comes out. Cena doesn't come out. Brock Lesnar says this. I have some demands. I want a bunch of stuff. Many changes. Many changes are needed for me to sign off on this, or there will be no match at all.
Many what?
Changes.
Many what? Changes.
Changes.
Like David Bowie changes or Tupac changes?
More like Tupac changes, because David Bowie does not know the kind of change Brock Lesnar is looking for. He basically says he's the GM too, and all this stuff. And Raw is now called Monday Night Raw, starring Brock Lesnar, which I hope is on my guide next week. And John Laurinaitis says, yes, I will make those changes. So Brock Lesnar takes the pen and signs off, and he says, since you made me happy, I will make you happy, baby. As just as changes were coming, John Cena's music hits. Comes out wearing a chain. Maybe he's the old Cena that Edge asked for. Cena comes out with the chain on the lock. And he just sits there and he won't sign. He just looks a little nervous. And Brock's like, sign. Sign it. Why are you so scared? And he just keeps talking crap. And finally Cena just signs. He's just devastated. Fine. So he signs. And then he's looking like he's going to fight. And Brock says, not today. And he leaves. And the crowd says, there wasn't a fight and a contract signing?
So much.
Super heat.
Oh, jeez. Everybody wants this guy to come back so bad. He comes back as a dick.
Super hot fire.
Boy.
It was awesome. Brock Lesnar is just making everyone not like. They were chanting Cena, Cena for Cena to come out. I said what? Oof.
Take us out, Thurns.
I had to want my dick earlier, but that was at the bathroom. Listen, that's all for Raw. We're going to post so many videos this week. It's going to be out of this world. I know there's a Q&A because I already filmed it. Jake might make a video about everything he's pissed at, which could happen. We have to do an Extreme Rules preview. We have to do an Extreme Rules review. We have to do a Raw review. That's a lot of videos and not a lot of days.
We're at SmackDown.
So look, oh my gosh, in SmackDown. So look forward to seeing a lot of this.
And we just gave you Call Me Maybe.
And we just posted Call Me Maybe.
Posted a while ago.
Everyone tweet that. That's all. Subscribe above. We need to get to 600. And then once we get to 600, we get to 1 million. But we can't get to 1 million without 600. Like this video. Leave your comments below. That's all.
Take care, back there.
I said what?